Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrette Christian. I'm the Chief of Staff and Assistant Director of the City of Newark's Economic and Housing Development. I'd like to welcome you all on behalf of our Honorable Mayor, Raj J. Baraka. We're going to start the ribbon cutting ceremony, and I'd like to introduce the Deputy Mayor and Director of Economic and Housing Development, Carmelo Garcia.
Thank you, Andrette, and good morning, everyone. Oh, come on, we need more energy than that. This is a great historic day for Newark. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Outstanding. That was the mayor, as a matter of fact, who apologizes that he could not be here because he is out of state right now on other business. However, this is one of his favorite projects, and he made it very clear that this is one of those pioneering ones that we are just excited about. I mean, to think about the renaissance, the true, real renaissance that Newark is undergoing is incredible, right? $4.3 billion in redevelopment, 35 acres of open space, world-class signature parks being developed, and the mayor championing a vision that is for Newarkers, a community wealth-building model. So we are just delighted to be a part of this event and this day for the developers, whom they have an amazing story. Very humble, but yet an amazing story relative to how this got started. EHD, my department, Economic Housing Development, is really happy to have been a part of this. And I like to give a few shout outs, just simply people in my department that have been helping, you know, Victor, Hassan, Michael, and Mike, going back from when we put the first RFQ out in 2014. Local, Newark-based MBEs that said, I'm taking a chance, we're going to go take that risk in Newark and be one of the first pioneering to do a condo development, right? A condo development that didn't have any market data comps, because everybody knows in the business you need comps in order to make that happen. And they didn't. But yet, they went forward, they made the investment, they were committed, and today we get to share in this historic and exciting day. So without further ado, I just want to shout out a couple people from the department, you know, Annette Muhammad, my Director of Redevelopment, Julio Colon, Chief Production Officer, and of course, the mayor would say to the developers and to the public that this is just one of the many great milestones that Newark is experiencing, because we have focused on the E3 model of the economics, the environment, and the job creation. Employment is being created every day by developments like this. And when you have sales that 22 out of 24 have been sold already, right? That's incredible. Big round of applause for that. So the ratables that are created here are amazing to the city. This is what we call South Lincoln Park. The mayor is now championing the investment of renovating Lincoln Park, about $1.3 million. Yes, that deserves a round of applause. Thank you, yes. And so I'm always honored and humbled and feeling so prideful that we could give back to Newarkers in this way, and that we can make these kind of projects so catalytic, an anchor to really transform this gateway of Newark, and that's what it is doing. So I know that as the MC, and on behalf of the Honorable Mayor Raj J. Baraka, we not only are excited and feel so gracious to be a part of this, but he wants you to know that this project will be one of those demonstrative projects that he's going to continue to tout as a demonstration project to push more condo development in the city of Newark for first-time home buyers, to make sure that we have those for municipal employees, for all others that want to remain and be a part of Newark's true renaissance and successes that we have going on. So I'd like to definitely acknowledge some of the folks that were part of the leadership. Savoy Bank, big round of applause for them. Mega Moza from Pure Properties did an amazing job in the sales of this project. Jeff Montgomery, who was a part of it as well. Valentino Ellis, Catherine Baker, Glenn Caldwell, Dorian Percy, Habib Ahad, and Charles Gixon. Big round of applause for all of them. The Lincoln Park is, as we know, one of the historic arts area districts in the community. We've been investing in the Clinton Ave because it's the true artist district corridor. And we're excited about the investment we're making there and the great advances that we're making with housing, transportation. This is an artery. It's a main artery that makes it all come together. And at the end of the day, the mayor, in his vision, in his goals, said it best. You know what? The arts, culture is what makes Newark have the greatest soul in the country. Now, with that said, I'd like to ask one of the developers. We hear that Victor Baker, managing partner, please come on up to say a few words. And then we're going to have Michael and Hassan.
Good morning, everybody. No, good afternoon. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. I'm Mike Adams. I play with the Carolina Panthers currently, and I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. And I must say, it's just refreshing to meet a group of guys whom you can trust, whom you can work with, and educate you at the same time. So while I'm playing, they definitely educate me on what's going on. So with Newark building up, I just had to be a part of it. I had to be a part of it. And as he said, the mayor putting, $4.3 billion into the city. I mean, that's unheard of. 1.3 into the park. I have to be a part of that. I want to see this city grow, and I'm sure you guys do, and my partners do as well. And I'm enjoying this ride, and I appreciate all the support that's here. We appreciate all the support that's here because we're family now. We locked in. And hopefully y'all root for the Panthers this year.
How's everybody doing? This is a glorious day. This is an amazing day, outstanding. My partners are the best people in the world. My family, my community, city of Newark, born and raised, you know. My wife, Victor's wife, Mike's wife, Mr. Montgomery, my man Mike Bunton, who's not here with us today. He traveled, him and his wife, over to Italy, so he can't be here with us. Mike is a big dog. I mean, you know, when I think about it, me and Victor wear so many hats during the course of the day. We contractors, we project managers, financial, you know, the whole 9 yards. You know, for me, it's like I got a bunch of red phones, or I call them black phones, in my car, which is my office. And Victor will call me like, yo, man, we in trouble. Which one of them black phones you gonna reach for? And it's normally his phone and Mike's phone. You know, Catherine Baker, I can't say enough about Kathy. You know, she has definitely been there as a partner. She's on the sideline, but again, she got a black phone too. You know, I can't say enough about everybody standing in the room, everybody that was a part of this project, from the bond company that gave us a chance, Bondex, the Dale Group, Iglesias Architecture and Engineering, who helped us through every step of the way, you know, through engineering and architecture. You know, it's so complicated on this scale that for me and Victor and all of us, it was our first time. So we needed some educators. It's been nothing but an educational experience. And I just feel so good to be here today. I love everybody, and we're going to have a good time after this is all over.
Definitely, just to echo what my partners have already said, you know, really thankful for all the support that we've had. The project was a long haul, but it wouldn't trade it for nothing. I think it really has transcended me and Hassan as real estate practitioners to another level. We were blessed to have partners like Mike Adams, Mike Bunton, as Hassan said. And I think we're really just about to take off, and you're really going to see things from Mid-Atlantic at this point, now that we have this under our belt and we digested this. I really want to thank Julio Colon. During this ride, Julio has a lot of construction experience during some of the tough times. He was always there to just kind of, you know, nurture, keep you positive. You can finish it, you can do it. I really appreciated that, definitely. I know a lot of things, so I appreciate that. absolutely appreciate, my family, all of our families. This is definitely a tough thing we did here. I'm so proud that we got to fruition here. And just to my kids, you got to stick it out. It's not always a pretty ride. But at the end of the day, this is what you're focusing on, achieving your goals. So thank everybody for coming out, and, God bless.
Does the young man want to say a few words? We'll put him on the spot. All right. So again, this is a great model story that really goes a long way from when the mayor first started and said to us, and he challenged us. We got to make sure we empower our local Newark-based MBEs, WBEs to really learn, as you said, it was a great education, to really learn how to be redevelopers so that they have a stake and are part of the equitable growth that we would bring to the city of Newark. And I just want to give a couple other shout-outs. Corporation Counsel, Kenyatta Stewart in the house, supporting these brothers. And, of course, Director of Community Development, Evans Anyakwe in the house. So you'll see more of these guys from this project, and I'm pretty certain because we got more, blocks and lots that we want you guys to redevelop.
I heard that, right? This on TV, too. We record. Is that thing recorded? Say it one more time. That's right. That's right.
As I said, we have more blocks and lots that we want these brothers to take a lead on and bring great projects like this to Newark. Because these are the stellar projects. I mean, you've seen, listen, just the lobby and the rooms. I mean, the condo units are sleek, sexy, what it should be, and affordable. That's one other thing. I mean, the city uses its subsidies, whether it's a tax abatement, community development trust fund, affordable housing trust fund, to make sure that we close the gap so that these projects could come to fruition. So we're going to rely on you guys. They've accepted my challenge. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great day, and God bless. Thank you so much.
Okay, this way, please.
Now we put the ribbon outside. All right. Ribbon, oh, okay.
Thank you.
Mike's used to this. He got that little, he's ready.
Tell me when.
I count 3. 1, 2, 3.
So my first question to you guys will be, how important is collaboration to you?
I think collaboration is extremely important. It's an important word, and it's important to put that word to use, especially in your partnerships. You can't do this stuff kind of project by yourself. You definitely need to collaborate with your partners, have some sort of cooperative arrangements with one another, understanding, in order to just get past the daily agenda. You need to collaborate on all fronts in construction and development.
I agree with everything my partner said. Collaboration is everything. Like this, there's so many different players, so many different line items to address, so many different problems that occur on a daily. Everything is a collaborative effort. And actually, I think if you don't work well within collaboration, this is not for you.
Right.
How difficult was it being here in Newark?
Well, I mean, Newark is a tough city, but it's like one of the greatest cities in the country and in the world. If you think about the proximity to the airport and all of these major highways, in terms of business, it's actually very user-friendly because we're able to get to, places where we buy material and we're able to rent equipment from the city of Newark. So I think the difficulty is not in the business aspect of it. And I don't think there's any difficulty in the public aspect of it. You know, it's really not a difficult thing.
As far as how difficult is it doing business in Newark, I agree. I mean, Newark actually was extra supportive on this project. So I think in our case, again, the project wouldn't have gotten all the way to its destination without this kind of support that we had. They definitely want to see the progress. You know, they're there to collaborate and try to bring these things home. So I didn't find it. I don't think Newark was the difficulty. I mean, there's challenges with development and real estate in general, but I think Newark definitely. It was hats off to them.
Thank you so much. So my first question to you is, you're a football player. Why here in Newark? What influenced you?
Actually, it was kind of weird how we met. We met at a function in Paterson, New Jersey, where they was honoring me, and it was like 5-6 years ago, and I think Baraz was just getting elected. He just got his feet wet, and just rumors were like he was interested in economic development and building up the city, and Hassan and Vic brought that to me, and I had to jump aboard that, and I'm all for that, and it worked out well. It definitely carries over because we all got to carry our weight, just like on the field. If one guy's throwing a ball to somebody, he's not going to score unless someone blocks. You know, he can't get that ball off unless the offensive line blocks. And just like you can relate that to a business and building this house, building this apartment building. You know, as far as like we can't get nothing done without the architect. If the architect is not right, we can't even get the foundation going. And then take it a step further, if they're not building the foundation isn't right, nothing's right. You know, the whole house the whole building might as well collapse because the foundation isn't right. And you can relate that to anything. You can relate that to life, period.
You know about